Compute the value of EIY at midspan for the beam loaded as shown. If modulus of elasticity is 10 gigapascal, what value of I is required to limit the midspan deflection to 1 over 360 of the span? So here I have solved already the reactions. R1, or the left reaction, is 450 and the right reaction is 150 newtons. We are going to solve this using double integration method. For double integration method, we will write the general moment equation. That is by cutting a section at the last segment and then writing the moment equation. For double integration method, the uniformly distributed load should be continuous up to the section. So in this case, we need to add this to make this uniformly distributed load continuous up to this section. Because we add this one, we need to subtract this part also. So it's like adding 0. Or I can also do this. I will mirror the beam so that the uniformly distributed load will be at the last segment. Since we are asked for the midspan deflection, so I should have the same answer for the midspan deflection even though I have flipped the or mirrored the beam, right? But here, I don't need to add this and subtract this one because I'm going to cut here. What I have will be this one. With this, I can easily write the moment equation. That's 150 times x minus 300 times x minus 2 times x minus 2 over 2. And this is equal to EI times the second derivative of y with respect to x. And there's another notation for doing double integration method. This parenthesis here will be replaced by pointed brackets or the Macaulay brackets. X minus 2, this now becomes square over 2. This pointed bracket only means that if what's inside is less than 0, we will neglect the whole term that contains this bracket, or just take it or consider it as 0. In that way, the moment equation will be applicable to all segments of the beam. 300 over 2, let's just write 150 x minus 2 square. So because that's 300 times x minus 2 times 1 half of x minus 2. So x minus 2 square over 2, 300 over 2 is 150. The next we will integrate. So, by the way, again, this is the general moment equation. After first integration, what we have is the slope equation of the elastic curve. So that's 150 x squared over 2. So 150 over 2 is 75 x squared. Minus 150 x minus 2 cube over 3. So 150 over 3 is 50 x minus 2 cube. And now if we will start to introduce the constant of integration, we'll call that C sub 1. Then integrating further, that's the second integration now, we will have the deflection equation. So 75x becomes cube, x cube over 3. 75 divided by 3 is 25. Minus 50x minus 2 to the fourth power divided by 4. So 50 over 4 is 12.5. Plus C1 multiplied by x plus the second constant of integration, C sub 2. Okay, again, so this is the moment equation, the slope equation, the deflection equation. We are going to solve for C1 and C2 now by using the boundary conditions. So what will happen is that the left side, x equals 0. And at the left side, there is no deflection because of the presence of the support. So that means y is also 0. So the deflection equation becomes 0 equals, this is 0, this is negative, so we'll consider that 0. C times 0 is 0 plus C2, and that will give us C2 equals 0. And the same at the right side of the beam where there is also a support. That means at the right side, x becomes 4 meters, and there's another support here, which means there is also no deflection there. So our deflection equation becomes 0, which is 25, x now is 4 cube, and this is minus 12.5. This is 4 minus 2 is 2 to the fourth power plus C1 times 4. C2 is 0, so we can now solve C1. Negative 350. So what will be the unit? Let's go back here. Since this is the moment equation, meaning each term here should be Newton times meter or Newton meter. Then the first integration, it becomes Newton meter square. Another integration would make it Newton meter cube. So this C1 is here after the first integration. So this is just Newton meter square. Okay, so with C1 already known, our deflection equation becomes, let's write it here. That is our deflection equation. And we will use this to find the value of EIY at the midspan. And at the midspan, our x is 2 meters. That's 1/2 of 4. So what is the value of EIY at this point? So EIY is 25 times x is 2 cube. This time, this one here, 2 minus 2 is 0, so this is 0. I'll go directly here, 350 times 2. And this will give you negative 500 Newton meter. Again, Newton meter square, Newton meter to the third power. Okay, so the negative sign only indicates that the elastic curve is below the original position of the beam. The next question is to find the value of I to limit the deflection at the midspan to 1/360 of the span. So that means at the midspan, if y is L/360, or that's 4,000, that's 4 meters converted to millimeters, or 4,000 millimeters divided by 360. This becomes I equals 500 over E over Y. So let's just remove the negative sign. It only indicates the direction of the deflection. So we have 500. This is Newton meter cube. We will convert that meter to millimeters. And since that's cube, we will also cube this one. Divided by E, or modulus of elasticity, which is given to be 10 gigapascal. 10 gigapascal, we will convert this to megapascal by multiplying this by 10 to the power of 3. And Y is this one, 4,000 over 360. So our unit should be millimeter to the fourth power. 4.5 times 10 to the 6 mm to the fourth power. So our answers are this and this. That should be the same whether we flip this or mirror this or not.